Hello everyone, welcome to Jurisedge Academy. In this video, we are going to talk about the mistakes that students make generally while starting their CLAT PG preparation or the initial days of CLAT PG preparation. So these videos are going to be very useful because I'm going to elaborate on the mistakes and how you can avoid those mistakes so that आपके preparation बहुत smoothly चले without thinking about that. Okay? So let's start the video, but before that, if you haven't checked the other videos regarding the CLAT PG 2023 preparation, do check it. The links of those videos are given below because I have been making a lot of important videos for Constitution, Jurisprudence, overall CLAT PG 2023 preparation, and definitely the other subjects like international law, even the recent judges filtering, how to do all those aspects. I have made video. Do check it. The links of those videos are given below in the description. Now let's start it. I'm going to talk about 5 mistakes. Now, why mistakes are important? You have to understand. बहुत टाइम ये होता है कि स्टूडेंट तो बहुत जोश के साथ प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं, बट बीच में कहीं ना कहीं they are lost. They don't know where it's gone, but it's gone. And when it's gone, your time is gone, your effort is gone, and that's why it's very important कि wherever you are putting your effort, wherever you are putting your time, it must be multiplied. It must be multiplied in something. कुछ ना कुछ मुझे tangible मिले और मुझे समझ आए और something that I need to get out of that time and effort that I have put in. So student ये mistakes करते हैं that I'm going to talk about one by one. So let's start with the first mistake. The first mistake the student do, that is jumping from one subject to another subject. एक subject पढ़ते पढ़ते दूसरे subject में चले जाना. Now why that's a mistake and how you can avoid it? First and foremost thing you need to understand. बहुत टाइम क्या होता है कि स्टूडेंट दे वांट टू स्टार्ट विद द प्रिपरेशन, दे आर स्टार्टिंग विद कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सपोज, ठीक है, आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन स्टार्ट कर रहे हो, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ लिए एंड कुछ देर पढ़ने के बाद सपोज यू आर डन विद फंडामेंटल्स एंड फंडामेंटल राइट्स एंड DPSPs, all of a sudden you think why don't I start jurisprudence because I haven't done anything, and you suddenly start with jurisprudence, then you do analytical school and natural school, and then you are jumping to tort, and then again after completion of 2-3 chapters you are jumping to another subject like IPC or CRPCs. Okay, so what you are doing, you are not doing any of the things completely, and also you are forgetting the things. Now why that's a problem? The problem is that you are trying to do so many things at one point of time, which is very difficult. Okay, so do one thing, either you take 2 subjects or 3 subjects depending on it, or either you take one subject, complete those 1, 2 or 3 subjects, and then you will move to the other subjects, other set of subjects. That will be very beneficial for you. The reason being, now you are going systematically rather than going haphazardly. ठीक है, तो आप कोई भी 2 सब्जेक्ट उठाओ या 3 सब्जेक्ट उठाओ जिसमें 2 easiest subjects हो आपके, एक tough subject हो, you pick those subjects up and then you start reading. But complete the subject. I don't want you to go in depth about that subject, but at least go superficially. एक बार आप कंप्लीट करोगे, you will get the confidence, you will get the trust on yourself कि आप कंप्लीट कर सकते हो, which is very vital in CLAT PG preparation, क्योंकि यहाँ पर आपको बहुत सारा चीज करना है, आपको बहुत सारा चीज याद रखना है, ठीक है. So I hope you understood कि don't try to jump from one subject to another subject. Stick to one subject or 2 subjects or 3 subjects. Make a plan, stick to it, complete it at least superficially, and then you will move to another set of subjects that will be very useful for your preparation. ठीक है. Now let's talk about the second mistake. The second mistake students generally make, that is regarding the, without understanding the basics, they start reading the judgments. Now ये आपको पता है CLAT PG में judgments पूछे जाएंगे, and students और हम लोग के mind हमेशा ये ऐसे काम करता है कि we need to study judgment, so basics जितना जल्दी हो सके हम लोग निपटा लेते हैं and we will start focusing on the judgments. That's our primary concern. इसमें कोई problem नहीं है. The problem is that suppose we don't do the basics or we don't do the basics very well, और हम लोग अगर समझ नहीं पाएंगे basics को, so think about it. Suppose you are reading Maratha reservation, just giving you an example, and in Maratha there are article 15, 16, article 341, 342A, 366, all those articles are discussed. Now without understanding those articles, अब तुरंत Maratha जाके समझना is a bit difficult. Just ask yourself the question. It will be difficult for you to understand. Okay, so that moment of time, it's better to read the basics and then get into the judgments, because in judgment you will get a lot of other aspects rather than the article itself. You will get the precedent, you will get the reasoning, you will get the interpretation of law, you will get definitely the provisions, all those things will be there, the jurisprudence. So it's very difficult that moment of time while reading the judgment कि कैसे क्या फिगर आउट करना है। तो आपको इस चीज के बारे में बहुत ध्यान से काम करना है कि मैं बेसिक्स एक बार कर लेता हूँ, एटलीस्ट अच्छे से नहीं बट सुपरफिशियली, और एक बार बेसिस करने के बाद आई स्टार्ट रीडिंग द जजमेंट सो दैट आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड एंड ग्रास्प द जजमेंट बेटर। ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड। आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम एंड हाउ टू रेक्टिफाई। द थर्ड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट कि विदाउट फोकसिंग ऑन लॉट ऑफ सेकेंडरी सब्जेक्ट्स, क्योंकि हम लोग कभी कभार करते हैं क्या, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, jurisprudence, tort, contract, ये सारे जो important subjects हैं उसके ऊपर ही focus करते हैं। We are not focusing much on the other subjects like labor law, like CRPC, like IPR, property law, उसके ऊपर कुछ focus ही नहीं करते। Don't do it. The reason being, आपको दोनों subjects को ही balance out करना है at the end of the day. It's true कि constitution आप जितना पढ़ोगे उतना शायद आप labor law नहीं पढ़ोगे। It's not needed, but at least you need to study labor law. Don't just keep it aside totally. Labor law को, property law को पूरा ही छोड़ना मत. At least you need to know something. So don't just sideline these subjects altogether. Read the subjects, know the definitions, know their provisions. It will be very helpful for you. ठीक है. The fourth major mistake the students make, that is without reading the whole judgment, read the judgment from the case summary itself. स्टूडेंट सोचते हैं कि मैं अगर केस समरी से पढ़ लेता हूँ, केस ब्रीफ से पढ़ लेता हूँ, गूगल सर्च करता हूँ, आई रीड द ब्रीफ इन द लाइव लॉ एंड बार बेंच, दैट इज डन, आई डोंट नीड टू वरी अबाउट द जजमेंट। इट्स नॉट द वे हाउ यू शुड रीड इन क्लैट पीजी। ठीक है, दैट इज द ABCDs ऑफ जजमेंट दैट यू नीड टू रीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द जजमेंट, टू बेसिक क्रक्स ऑफ द जजमेंट, टू ABCD ऑफ द जजमेंट आपको वो पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा। देन यू विल स्टार्ट रीडिंग द होल जजमेंट, व्हिच इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू स्टडी। Now, प्रॉब्लम होता है, I can very well understand, but that doesn't mean I will suggest you कि आप वो केस ब्रीफ पढ़ के आप चले जाओ। आपको जजमेंट्स पढ़ना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, you need to know how to read judgments. I have made video on that. Please go through that, how to filter out the judgment, how to read the judgment step by step. Go through that video. It will help you a lot. Okay. Now, so read the case brief, ABCDs. Then you have to read the whole judgment also, which is equally important. Let's talk about the fifth mistake that students generally make, that is start attempting mocks in the very initial phase. Now इसमें बहुत student के different opinions होते हैं कि sir I should start attempting mocks in the very beginning, but यहाँ पर CLAT PG के pattern change होने के बाद you have to understand one very important thing कि without reading the judgments or the basics thoroughly you will not be able to attempt anything in CLAT PG paper, and which you also know. तो आप जब तक at least average 50% 60% आपका प्रिपरेशन खत्म नहीं हो पा रहा है, तब तक आपको मॉक देना मतलब you will not be able to understand anything. पहले क्या होता था, why this question is coming up कि 2019 में या 2019 से पहले there were MCQ based question and students उसको attempt करते थे and they try to mug up the answers from that and by that they are going for the exam, ऐसे जाते थे। But अभी ऐसा situation नहीं है। You have to understand the judgment. You never know what kind of question may be posed from that judgment itself. तो आपको overall preparation करना बहुत जरूरी है, rather than going for that question asked from that mock, वही मैं पढ़ के जा रहा हूँ उससे मेरा हो जाएगा, ऐसे तो मतलब बहुत ही deadly and dangerous way of approach the exam। ठीक है, ये करना किसी भी साइड से सुटेबल नहीं है, and I'll not definitely suggest any day, any time to you. तो अगर मॉक देना है, एक दो मॉक दो to understand where you are lacking, what's your strength, what's your weakness, and then you move back to the basics and judgments. You will do that after 50-60% of preparation. You will start at the mock. That would be the very important subject and a very important approach now for you. So these are the 5 mistakes. Let me just recap the thing. The first is jumping from one subject to another subject. The second is start reading the judgment without knowing the basics. Third is ignoring the secondary subjects altogether. Fourth is reading the judgments without reading the whole judgment, reading the judgment from the case summaries and the case briefs. And fifth is definitely start attempting the mocks from the very beginning itself. So these are the major mistakes that students do while starting their preparation. So please take care of it and don't ignore these things. And also another very important thing, that we are sending out the important judgment list every day. If you haven't registered for it, do register. The link is given below in the description. Okay, and also we are coming up with the important case laws every week, and also we are coming up with important events and important judgments every week. So don't forget to subscribe this channel for your CLAT PG preparation. This is the best channel right now regarding your preparation. So subscribe to it and hit the bell icon, and we are going to meet again with a new topic. And if you want to suggest any topic, just mention below in the comment box. We are going to have this topic for your next YouTube video. So see you soon. Thank you.